you know, we learned many things with this strike. People were still able to get their alcohol, and I knew this, but it just confirmed it. Mess with anyone, but don't mess around with people's booze in Ontario, because they aren't too happy, and they called the strike. And then I've said right from the beginning, you know, this strike should have never ever happened, and we could have easily sat around the table. But I was able to connect with over 500 people. Not 440, not 450, it was well over 500, and talk to these people. And I can tell you, 98% were super, super nice, they were understanding, and all they kept saying is, I just want to go back to work. A lot of them said, I don't even care about a raise. And you get the odd, you know, nasty call, but that goes with anything, but the vast majority were super people, and they just want to earn a paycheck, and I just want to thank them. I want to thank them for, number one, calling me and having some really good chats, but I want to thank them for the work that they do. They're just hardworking folks. You go into an LCBO, it's clean, they service you, and away you go. But I said right from the get-go that they're going to have job security, which they do. Not only that, the part-timers, now we're going to bring 1,000 people, you know, as full-timers. They're going to get benefits. They're going to get mental health support as well. We gave them a very good pay increase, 8% over 3 years, and they have job security as well. But we also have to be flexible, and people want to be treated like everywhere else in the world. You go to Quebec, you go across the border, you can go into a retail store and pick up a cider or a ready-to-drink cooler, and, you know, a case of beer or a bottle of wine. You know, it's you know, that's what we need to do. I want to stop a myth that's out there. And this strike was on, we're losing $2 billion, the world's coming in. No. We don't make money there. We make money on wholesaling. Make it very clear. We make money on wholesaling. The fact is, per capita, we make the least amount of money in the entire country, to the exception of PEI, when it comes to alcohol sales. So I felt like we all worked together. We saved 9,000 jobs, but as many people as I talked to, I had as many people calling me up, get rid of the LCBO, we don't need them, put them in retail. I don't believe that. I believe in supporting the 9,000 hardworking people. And I've always said, I differentiate between labor and labor leadership. I support the frontline labor folks that work their backs off, and I differentiate between public and private sector unions. I love the private sector, and I get along well in some public sector unions. But going back to your question, so we signed a deal. I'm happy as punch. I think we had a press conference out in the Windsor, Essex. So I go out and I see some people on the picket line, and I go out and say, hey, we got a deal. You get a deal, you get a deal, right? All of a sudden, surprise, surprise, never in Canadian history that I've ever heard, I've been in a lot of labor negotiations, they rescind the deal, and they come back after it's signed. And that's why LCBO was filing unfair labor practices, and they're saying, okay, now since we signed this deal, now everyone that was on strike, and they chose to go on strike, not the people, the labor leader, we want them to get paid for 2 weeks. I said, the people would lose their minds. Imagine if I was taking your tax dollars for paying people that weren't working. It's absolutely crazy. So finally, they came to their senses. The leadership came to their senses, and we got the deal signed. People are back to work. Everyone's going to have a great summer. And again, I just want to thank the frontline LCBO workers. I want to thank the LCBO. I want to thank all the staff who was behind the scenes that were working day in and day out. So it's going to be a good thing, and it's going to be great for the people of Ontario. They have a choice. They have the convenience to go in the convenience store, have a choice to go into the retail store, and everyone's hunky-dory. So we're back to making things happen.